Do you have instances where you understand what is being said, but when it comes to your time to speak, it becomes difficult for you to be able to express yourself? If that's you, don't worry. It happens to a lot of people, more than you may imagine. And that's why in today's video, we're going to be addressing the fact that sometimes English learners can be in a position where they are able to hear, but when it comes to speaking, when it comes to expressing their thoughts, it becomes more difficult. What's the reason and what can you do? What's the action plan? Hi guys, I am Mary and welcome back to yet another episode of Learn English with Mary. And in today's video, we're going to be addressing the elephant in the room, whereby you're able to hear English, you're able to hear what someone is saying, you're able to comprehend, but when it comes to expressing yourself, it becomes a bit more complicated and therefore you feel intimidated to express yourself in public, for example, or even when you're called to speak, you feel like you cannot do it. But in reality, you have the vocabulary, you have the words. What's the reason? That's exactly what we're going to be addressing. I hope you're ready. Get your notebooks ready, stick to the end, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and don't forget to check out the link in the description box where you can access one-on-one classes with me, whereby I will coach you and help you reach your English goals with a solid plan. The first reason why this may be the case is because you're learning English passively, and what this looks like is you're only listening, or you listen more than you speak. You do not give yourself the chance to practice speaking, especially what you have been listening to. So you'll find that you're listening to music in English, you're watching movies in English, you're even listening to podcasts in English and other videos, but when it comes to speaking, you're doing the bare minimum. So basically, you're only saying words like yes or no to get by, or you're timid when it comes to speaking. Now, it may look like even just saying, I cannot speak in English, and you say, can you translate this for me? So you ask someone else for help to help you translate it. That could be the case. And in this case, you're not doing yourself justice. So what are you supposed to do instead of this? Simple, you're supposed to practice. It's like saying, I understand football, but I don't play. It doesn't make sense. You understand football and you enjoy football, you have the desire to actually play it. If you understand football and you never play it, then you cannot consider yourself a player. You cannot consider yourself someone who is entirely immersed into football. But if you enjoy football and you enjoy playing it, then you're a player, even though you're not signed by any team. Yeah. So practice speaking in English. There is no shortcut. So find opportunities, even if it's just doing mirror work, standing in front of a mirror and speaking in English, even just on your own, to build confidence and courage. Go for it. Don't feel timid, don't feel ashamed. Everyone starts from somewhere, so start right now. Another reason why this could be the case is because you translate in your head. You think in your first language, and this is problematic because it might take longer for you to try remembering the vocabulary that fits a certain description in your language. What does it translate to in English? It's like you're using your brain as a dictionary, at the same time expecting it to translate and speak using your mouth. This is complicated because you're trying to have a memory of vocabularies that you have and then skimming them in your head with what it might mean in your first language. Let's say your first language is Hungarian and you're trying to understand English. You'll try comparing the Hungarian vocabulary and the English vocabulary. Sometimes they will be complicated, sometimes words will not make sense, and you might even end up making more grammatical mistakes compared to if you start thinking in English. So basically what I'm saying is, instead of thinking in your first language, try thinking in English. And this can also be done by practicing. Everything comes from practice. From this entire video, the biggest thing I want you to take away is practice speaking in English. This is the biggest thing that I will ever tell you that will help you or reward you in the long run. Speaking in English will only be beneficial for you if you're able to practice speaking in it. As much as you practice, as much as it becomes eloquent for you. Yeah? The third reason why this could be the case, you're able to listen, you're able to comprehend, but when it comes to speaking, you're afraid. It could be because you're afraid. You're fearful. Maybe you're fearful of making mistakes. Maybe you're afraid that this will make you feel stupid. But everyone makes mistakes. I want you to point out someone in real life or in your life who has never made a mistake. I'll wait. And in this case, I will wait forever because there is no one who has never made a mistake. So do not be afraid of making mistakes, provided when you make a mistake, you're able to point it out. Or if you're not able to point it out, you'll have people who can help you correct the mistake. And this is actually how you know if you have good friends or not, because if they don't help you fix your mistakes, especially if they know that you're on an English learning journey, then why are you with those friends? On a light note, anyway, if you make a mistake, you will hear it over and over. Remember, all of these things that you're doing, you're exposing yourself to English materials, so you're able to comprehend this is not correctly said. So most probably when you say a mistake or when you say something and you say it wrongly, you're going to have a memory that's triggering you to say, I think that's wrong. So please practice. Do not be afraid. And if you're afraid, do it afraid. That's the best way of even doing it. Do it afraid, and then the confidence will catch up. Yeah. Another reason why this could be the case, and a solution for this, is you don't practice real conversations. See, in the movies, every movie has a context, and once you understand the context, the English becomes easier for you to follow along. You can even get to a point where you're using your phone, but at the same time you're listening to something else, or you're cooking at the same time you're listening to a podcast. That means your mind is not doing one thing. This is because there is context. Now, when you're training to speak in English, you need a context. Why are you learning how to speak in English? And this could be the reason why you're not able to speak in English correctly. And that's why I'm actually advising you to come through in my classes so I can help you evaluate what is your why to speaking in English. You can actually do this on your own even. What is your why to speaking English or learning to speak in English? Why are you doing it? Once you find out your why, train your mind to do conversations or to have conversations that are related to your why. So let's say, for example, I am learning English, so I'm able to improve my board presentations. Maybe I have weekly presentations twice a week, and I need to improve my weekly presentations. So my grammar needs to be on point when I'm doing my presentation. So my grammar or my practice is going to be in relation to that. So when I wake up in the morning, for example, I will not practice saying phrases that are helping me ask for help. That's not relatable. I will not start practicing what I have been listening to in my podcast or in the movies. No. I will not be practicing things that are not related to my why. Train towards what you want to learn English for. Your why is the most important thing to this language learning journey. Once you understand it, you are able to craft your language learning journey towards catering for it. So take a pen and a paper if you need to. Ask yourself, why am I learning English? And then now curate scenarios where you're going to be practicing speaking in English in these different scenarios every day. And even sometimes you can repeat the scenario and use different vocabularies every day. Yeah? I hope you're finding this video helpful, because I personally think these are tips that are very, very helpful to every person who is learning English as a second language. Another reason why this could be happening to you is because you do not understand or fully comprehend that your brain needs repetition. There is one trick that I was introduced to when I started teaching English, and that trick is asking my students to listen to one podcast every day for the entire week. What this does to your mind is it helps you remember vocabularies. It helps you understand the sentence structure, the tone. That is very important, especially, for example, if I am practicing or I'm learning English so I'm able to do my job better. I have presentations every week. I'm able to answer questions. I'm able to ask questions. If I listen to a podcast where they are doing presentations or they are giving tips for presentations once every day, I will be able to comprehend. By the end of the week, I will have a list of what should I do, how and what should I do when I'm presenting. This is what I should start with assimilating in my life. So your brain needs repetition. All this is to tell you that the more you keep on doing it, the more your brain understands it, the more it's easier for you to comprehend and even apply in real life. The last reason why you might be able to hear, you might be able to listen in English, but when it comes to speaking, it's a bit complicated, is because you need simpler English first. So start with researching for content that is curated for beginners or to your level. There are multiple free English tests online. I will put one in my description box so you can check it out, and it can help you be able to understand what level of English are you in and what level do you want to get to. So first of all, understand what level you're in, and then learn as per your level. So if you're in B1, do not go to C1 classes because it will not make sense. The vocabularies there are more complex compared to the vocabulary that B1 requires. And what happens if you expose yourself to more complex vocabulary is your brain becomes less determined or intimidated, and that actually affects how you relate with the language that you're learning. So I highly recommend knowing what level you're in and then using the materials that are curated for your level. If you're in A1, there is no shame in A1. Actually, it's a very good place to start because everyone started from there. Even babies start from A1. So understand your level, use the materials that are best for your level. So what are you supposed to do? A summary of what you're supposed to do from now henceforth. Looking forward, what are you expected to do? Make this a daily habit. Speak. Practice speaking. Even if it's for 10 minutes every day, practice speaking on your own, with your friends, with your colleagues, whoever, or however you want to do it. Practice speaking. That's number one. The second thing that I need you to start doing is repeat phrases in English. So if you hear a phrase, first of all, listen to content that is curated for you. Yeah, then repeat those phrases. So if you hear someone who's doing a presentation and they say a specific phrase, repeat it and try using it in your daily life or in your business life, and then listen to yourself use it. Let it become something that is now natural. Number one, practice speaking in English at least 10 minutes every day. Number two, use the phrases that you hear. Number three, think in English. Think in English. Number four, practice simple conversations. Practice simple conversations. And finally, number five, I would recommend that you stop being afraid. Being afraid of mistakes. Just stop. It will not help you. Do it afraid and let the confidence catch up with you. I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And check out the link in the description box. I'm willing to help you learn English and improve your level from whatever level you're in, from whatever goals you have. I'm willing to listen to you and help you make up a system where you're going to improve your speaking skills and even your learning and listening skills. I can't wait to see you, but until next time, bye.